welcome. Today I'm going to share with you all a recipe for honey roasted peanuts, and this is not roasted in the oven like you would usually think. This is a recipe that I came up with, and I noticed in Trinidad when you buy honey roasted peanuts, they don't roast it in the oven, they roast it for you on the stove, and they hardly use any honey in the recipe. It's mostly sugar. So today, for the first time, I'm going to try to recreate this recipe for you all, and let's see how it comes out. So let's get started on putting this together. So for this recipe, I have here 2 cups of roasted peanuts. If you want to buy the one that's not roasted and roast it yourself, you can. But to save time, I'm using the roasted ones. I have a 1/4 cup of water, 1 cup of sugar, 2 tablespoons of honey, a frying pan, and you will also need a small saucepan. Okay, to your saucepan, you're going to put it on medium heat and add in your water together with your white sugar, and we're going to allow this to dissolve, and we want it to start to form small bubbles, and just until the sugar starts to crystallize. So my sugar has dissolved. Now I'm just waiting for this to form small bubbles and for the sugar to start to crystallize on the outside of the pot, or the outer edge of the pot, which is right here. Okay, so listen. Can you all hear that? That's the sugar starting to crystallize on the pot. And when I take my spoon and I run it against it, you see that white, snowy looking substance on the edge. My sugar just fell on my stove. Right, so this is ready. When you can get that white kind of snow-like sugar forming, that's when you know your sugar is ready. So now I'm going to add in my honey. I'm going to give it a mix. And you have to move really quickly. So once you put your honey in, you set this aside, put up your frying pan, put in your nuts, and now we're going to add this mixture to our nuts. Make sure your heat is on medium high, and pour your mixture into your nuts. And now we're going to cook the syrup together with the nuts. Doing this until the sugar crystallizes and coats the peanuts. So my sugar has crystallized to the point where I want it. And now I'm going to take this off of the heat and pour it onto my baking tray. Just spread it out. Now as your peanuts start to cool, you want to just come in and mix it. Usually I like using a plastic bowl when I'm dealing with anything that's sugar related, like kurma and those things, because it's much more easier to clean after. Okay, so I finished mixing it so that sugar syrup dries on the outside, because you just don't want to dump it on your tray and leave it. When you put it here, you have to mix it so that the sugar dries onto the peanuts, so you can get that look of that honey roasted peanut. So my peanuts have cooled, and as you can see, let me come closer, the nice coating that it has with that honey and sugar mixture, and that's what you want. So here you have it, my honey roasted peanuts recipe. So this is another recipe that I tried for the first time, and in my opinion it came out really well. The only suggestion I would make is when you're mixing this, when you finish cook it on the stove and you have to mix it, please mix it in a plastic bowl. It's much more easier to clean up after, because that sugar will get stuck to anything that's metal or glass. And from making kurma and experiencing that happening before, that's why I mix my kurma in a plastic bowl. So please do that when you're mixing your peanuts. Use that plastic bowl. It will be easier to mix and easier to clean up. So I hope you guys enjoyed learning another recipe together with me for the first time. Thank you all for watching. If you make it, send me pictures. If you make any changes or do anything differently, let me know. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you all another day with another one of my recipes. Enjoy!